Good morning and welcome to Western New York Living. I'm your host, Kevin Sylvester. Great to have you along on this Saturday morning. Today's March 6th, the first full weekend in the month. And if you're wondering, or if you're not, March was named after the Roman god of war, Mars. Why, you might ask? Well, traditionally this was the time of year to resume military campaigns that had been interrupted by winter, which kind of makes sense, right? Now, if you like that little bit of tidbit, you're going to love today's show because we're full of great information for you here. Here's a look at what's ahead over the next half hour. We'll be checking out a unique location in North Tonawanda called Rustic Buffalo Artisan Market that features everything from farmhouse decor, jewelry, ceramic art, buffalo-themed decor, and much more. After that, if you're having visions of home improvement projects in 2021, Ivy League Construction can help you from start to finish. We'll hear about ways they can help you save money. Plus, a bit later on in the show, we'll be taking a look at one of the wonderful programs Catholic Charities of Buffalo offers for individuals and families in our community as we touch on their 2021 appeal. Also, if you're one of the many who think 50 is the new 30, well, Color Beauty would agree. We'll be taking a look at their ultimate beauty package for women later in the show. But before we get to any of those great guests, have you noticed recently that more birds are chirping around your house? Well, that is a true sign that spring is coming. Now, if you ever realize that you're not hearing the birds as clearly as you have in the past, maybe time to get your hearing checked. I'm sure Dr. Jill Bernstein from Hearing Evaluation Services of Buffalo can help, and she joins us this morning. Good to see you again, Dr. Jill.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Dr. Bernstein, subtle changes in hearing, like not hearing birds as clearly, turning up the volume on things, on your phone, on iPads and such. These are all great signs. What should people do when they start to notice that they're not hearing those things as clearly?
They should come see an audiologist and have a hearing test. Minimally, at age 50, everyone should have a baseline hearing test. But the signs of hearing loss in the early stages are really subtle. It could be turning up the volume of television, asking for repetition, but just maybe when there's background noise present that you're fine one-on-one. So even when hearing loss is mild, though, it's really, really important that it's addressed because even a mild, untreated hearing loss doubles the risk of dementia in the long term and triples your risk of falling, which is not something that most people even think about.
No, certainly not. Now, the days of hearing aids being these giant, satellite dishes on your ear, I'm exaggerating here a little bit, those are gone. The technology is fantastic now, and you have the Lyric hearing aid, which is basically now like the contact lens of the ear. Tell us about that.
Yes, so Lyric is the only truly invisible hearing aid that's out there because it sits so deeply in the ear canal. It's only about 4 millimeters away from the eardrum. And because it's so deep in the ear canal, it has a very natural sound quality because you're picking up sound from a more normal anatomical position than when you have a hearing aid on the back of your ear or more at the opening of your ear. The great thing is you can sleep with it. Also, it's a 24-hour-a-day hearing aid. So if you need to be able to hear kids or spouses or anybody while you're sleeping, this hearing aid is not something that you have to take out when you go to sleep. You can shower with it, you can do all your activities with it, and it's great because it's not something you have to think about. You're not having to remember to put something in and change batteries. It's just helps you sort of feel more like you did before you had the hearing difficulty.
Oh, those images look incredible. Now, you have a unique virtual event coming up on March 10th where people can find out more about the Lyric hearing aid. Tell us about this event.
Yeah, so as people are becoming more comfortable with this technology of, video conferences and things like that, we've started to incorporate that into our educational process. And we're having a virtual seminar on next Wednesday, the 10th of March. And we're going to talk about Lyric, how it works, who it's right for. We're going to have a patient who has worn both traditional hearing aids and Lyric talk about their experience. And we're going to do an insertion on the seminar so that people can see, exactly how we put them in the ear and how easy the process is.
And then following up a week later on the 18th, you have a virtual seminar on a leasing program. Tell us about the leasing program for hearing aids so people can deal with the expense.
Sure. Leasing is just another way to obtain hearing aids. We have, interest-free financing options. We work with insurance companies, but As people get more comfortable with leasing cars and leasing cell phones, this is another great way for people who like to make sure that they've always got the latest, greatest technology, because you can actually update your hearing aids every 3 years, which is really in line with how technology is updating in general for hearing aids. It is sort of a no fuss, no muss program. You pay your monthly leasing fee, and that includes everything, your warranties, your services, any appointments. So it's a really simple program for people. And it's another great option for how people can get new hearing aids. We've done a seminar once before that was really well attended and well received, which is why we've decided to do kind of a repeat performance of it.
All right, great stuff with the technology and the making it affordable with leasing. And by the way, happy anniversary, 40 years of serving the Western New York community for everybody at Hearing Evaluation Services. They have 5 office locations across Western New York. To find out more about all the hearing services they provide, head to their website at hes.buffalo.org. You can also give them a call at 833-4488. Remember, their Lyric seminar will be on March 10th. That's this coming Wednesday. And their leasing program seminar will be on March 18th. You can register for both at hes.buffalo.com/seminar. Now, coming up next, if you're looking for some unique home decor items for yourself or maybe a gift, we have just a place for you. It's Rustic Buffalo Artisan Market. They'll be joining us to talk about some of the wonderful items they carry when we continue.
This segment of Western New York Living was sponsored by the following: